It's that time again. It's 2K Kingslayer back again with another NBA 2K18 video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, but before we get into it, I'm going to ask you to please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you're a real OG. I'm trying to promote sim gameplay with my channel here, so if that's something you support, again, please do those 3 things for me. Thank you very much. Alright, so for those of you who follow me on Twitter, you've heard a lot about my frustrations with MyTEAM recently. And it's a mode that I've never been into in the past. I've always been more of a play now online guy. I mess around with my league, my GM, all that stuff, but MyTEAM, as you know, many people have mentioned in the past, has become a pay-to-win mode. And you know, that is obviously the primary issue with it. But what I want to talk about today is 3 ways that 2K can fix MyTEAM so that it's not such garbage, because it is garbage. Like, it is objectively garbage, unrealistic nonsense, okay? So I'm going to talk about 3 ways that 2K can fix MyTEAM without necessarily losing money. And I think that's important to note, because ultimately 2K, that's their goal, right? Is to make money. The problem, of course, is that they put out a survey pretty recently asking people why they stopped playing the game. And, you know, those reasons have been detailed in many videos before. I've mentioned it myself on Twitter. But yeah, let's jump right into my first idea for how 2K can fix MyTEAM without necessarily losing money. The first one is that this concept of contracts needs to be completely eliminated. I don't know whose harebrained idea this was, but forcing people to spend in-game currency just to play games online? I mean, that's absurd and quite frankly insulting. Your servers are trash to begin with, and you're telling me you're making us pay in-game currency to play on them? No, that needs to go. You need to reward people for playing games online, if anything. You want people to stop quitting the game, this is a huge reason why. It doesn't seem like a lot, you know, you're paying like $400 for a contract here, you know, $600 for a contract there, but over time it really adds up. I want you guys to just, next time you're playing MyTEAM or a string of MyTEAM games, I want you to just write down on a little post-it note or something how much money, how much MT you're spending on contracts alone. I mean, your brain's going to explode once you realize how much MT is going towards that. And it's a horrible business model, just awful. Contracts need to go. Playing online games should be absolutely free. Okay, that's number 1. All right, number 2. Domination mode. I like it in theory. Okay, I like the idea of an offline mode where you can earn in-game currency. The problem is that not only is domination mode incredibly tedious and boring, but it's way too easy. And anybody who's played through domination mode knows this to be true. Even when you get up to all-time domination, it doesn't really require any skill to complete. It just takes a lot of time. And I think that's a problem, and that makes people not want to play it. See, if domination mode were actually a challenge, and if you had to actually improve your skills within the game to complete it, I think not only would it be a lot more rewarding for the player, but it would improve the overall skill level of people on MyTEAM. And, you know, people wouldn't have to rely on cheese as much to score. If they had to actually learn strategies within the game, if they actually had to learn their playbooks, right? I think that would significantly improve not only the domination experience, but the online MyTEAM experience as a byproduct of that. So yeah, domination mode to me needs to be more of a challenge. And then finally, and this is the most important one, and this is kind of what I was raging about and where like 90% of my frustration with MyTEAM comes from. This whole concept of card types, it needs to go. It needs to go because it kills any sense of realism whatsoever in this mode. Alright, why is there a version of Hakeem Olajuwon that can shoot contested threes? Why? Why is Wes Unseld knocking down 3-pointers? As I mentioned in one of my recent videos, 3-pointers didn't even exist when half of these players in my team, like, dude, Bill Russell can knock down 3-pointers. Like, what is this? I mean, it's absolutely out of control. Card types need to go. Like, this whole idea of like a pink diamond, I don't know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that can knock down 3-pointers should not exist. I'm gonna tell you what they should replace this with. All that ruby, amethyst, all that nonsense needs to go. My idea, and I think this might have actually been the case in previous 2Ks, I can't really remember, but my idea is that it's okay to have different versions of a card, but the different versions of that card should be based on a specific year or time period for that player, right? So like, for example, let's say Kobe Bryant, right? 2008 Kobe Bryant was significantly different than 2016 Kobe Bryant. Okay, I had to live through 2016, 2017 Kobe Bryant. I'm a Lakers fan. It was a sad time. But if you get 2016, 2017 Kobe Bryant in my idea of my team, that player, you know, that would be the equivalent of like a ruby, I get, and that's being generous, but that would be the equivalent of like a ruby type player, right? So the pink diamond version of Kobe Bryant would be, you know, prime Kobe, like 2008 to 2010 Kobe Bryant. The years are debatable, but you get the idea. I don't think this is such a crazy concept, but I tell you what can never ever happen, right? What can never happen is what's going on right now, where you can buy a version of Shaquille O'Neal that can easily make free throws. That should not exist. That's not real. As dominant as Shaq was, he was a horrible free throw shooter. Okay, free throws should be extremely hard, even if you have the absolute best version of Shaq. Alright? And somebody on, I'm not gonna go and find the comment or anything, but somebody commented on one of my recent videos saying, oh, I don't know how you're complaining about my team. It's a video game. Okay, bro. 2K markets itself as a simulation game. Okay? As I said on Twitter recently, if I wanted to play NBA Street, I would go buy NBA Street. Alright, and on that note, we really do need a new NBA Street. I'd be really into that. But if this were NBA Street, nobody would be complaining about this stuff because it's not purporting to be a simulation game, right? Most people over the age of like 16 play 2K because they want to play a simulation of the NBA and they want realism. Now, it's never going to be perfect because it is a video game. I understand this. There are always going to be glitches. But the problem with things like my team is that it's not even necessarily a gameplay issue. It's a conceptual issue. That things like this exist and they shouldn't exist. There shouldn't be a pink diamond. You know, I keep using like, you know, centers from like 1950 that can shoot threes as an example, but it's true. All right? You can't have versions of players that have never existed. So to me, that's my final idea, is to, you know, base versions of players on a specific time period in their career and base it on their stats during that time period. But anyway, so those are my ideas. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. I try to read and respond to all of my comments. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll be back soon. And happy gaming, y'all.